And then we appear. Hello, we appear. There we go. We're live. And let's see. I think we're live, but we'll find out in a second. Anyways, it's Wednesday, and that means I do a live stream. Because every Wednesday I do a live stream unless zombies have me held captive. Can't even talk. Unless zombies have me held captive, I'm going to do a live on Wednesday. So always tune in for that. And, of course, we have people on because we're live. So, hey, Linda, how's it going? Howdy. Anyway, what are we talking about tonight? I'll tell you what we're talking about as soon as I figure it out myself. I'm here with special guest, again, John. Welcome, John.
Let's
Welcome
give
to the
them
channel
something to talk about.
2 weeks in a row.
2 weeks in a row. And you know
We're
what?
here.
I skipped my live the next day because I was hella tired, buddy. I was real tired.
Oh, you did?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. My back was really hurting last week. I'm feeling a little better this week, though.
Can you hear us okay? And there's no reverberation. There's no echo. Everything's good. You can see us both. We're all good? Thank you. Let us know. All right. Oh, it shouldn't be top chat. It should be live chat. So we see everything. Everything. All right. So how are things doing over there on your homestead, the vegan homestead?
I posted a video yesterday.
What was it about?
Garlic.
Ooh.
Yeah, we planted our garlic, and I was really excited to finally get something done in the garden because I haven't touched it since, like, I don't know, June or July of in the summertime. So yeah, it was nice. I only got like a couple hundred views on that video though, so it's kind of sad.
Did you guys hear that? Only a couple hundred views on the video, so I think everybody should go over it when we're done and watch that video because I want to watch it. Over on the
Yeah,
Vegan
you know,
Homestead.
I'm super focused on the farm right now, so it's like I'm having a hard time finding the time to come home, set up the camera, and get into the garden. Oh, you gotta hydrate.
Yeah, hydrate. Yep.
Ah,
Thanks, Tom Petty. Remember to thumbs up the stream, guys. Thumbs it up. Maybe that'll get more people over here that will get notifications that we're live right now. You know, the worst thing when you're live and people get notifications like 2 hours after you're not live anymore to watch your live stream. It's like I never understood that.
yeah, yeah.
So anyway, you grew your own garlic. It was harvesting time. When are the months that you would grow garlic and harvest garlic?
Well, we harvested the garlic like 6 weeks ago, and we kept it in a dark place so that it would cure. I think that's the right terminology. Cure.
I like a dark
The
place.
cure.
And I like the cure.
So then it was time to plant them. You know, you kind of do it like right around, I don't know, the beginning of November-ish.
Now, how do you plant? Do you just take the bulb from like a garlic? Clove of garlic,
Yeah.
and you
It's
plant
like
it?
it's a clove of garlic. You know what, Chris? I'm not going to tell you. You're going to have to watch my video because I do it.
I'll watch the
in the
video because I'm going to be growing garlic. I'll be growing garlic. I mean,
I know.
hear
I'm
there's a lot of
excited.
vampires in the
You have
area.
you have any updates on that?
Oh, it's been not very working out much for. No. There's still no closing date on the house.
Crap.
Hence the location I'm in right now.
Crap.
Did that deserve a few?
Yeah, I was gonna play a chord for you. It's gonna hang on.
Is it going to be the garlic chord?
The
Um,
garlic chord.
So is garlic easy to grow and harvest,
Yeah.
or it
Yeah,
is?
we had really good luck with the garlic from last year that we actually got from Jay's garden down in Ithaca. So
Awesome.
we pretty much just basically took 99% of that garlic and replanted it this year, just all of them. We broke the heads up into just individual cloves, planted them that way. And then Kristen got a couple of, not a couple, I thought it was a couple, but it was like 7 different varieties of garlic. So like the whole front row of the garden is pretty much going to be garlic and then onions in the back of it. It's pretty exciting, man. I can't wait.
Nice.
Yeah, I
Nice.
can't wait. It's easy too.
I would definitely want to have a variety of garlic, like the Vlad, the Lestat, the Louis, the Edward. I don't know about the Edward.
Are those all real garlics?
No, they're all vampires. But I mean,
Oh,
oh,
what television program?
well, there's a few different ones. We got Vlad the Impaler, or Dracula. You got Lestat and Louis from Interview with a Vampire.
I saw that movie once.
Yeah, it was a good movie.
It was a pretty good movie. It was
It was
pretty
a pretty
good.
good movie. Pretty good.
Pretty good movie.
Um, so then you just pull it out of the ground and it's like a big bulb and you clean it off and
Yeah,
it's like
that's
a
it.
root. It's almost
Yeah,
like a root.
yeah,
Yeah.
and in this climate, you can grow soft neck and hard neck, but we only grew hard neck. Hard neck actually grows those little garlic scapes that you can eat. The soft neck does not, and soft neck is more um, like smaller clusters of cloves, where the hard neck is like big, giant, juicy, delicious cloves.
Well, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Remember the very first video we ever made? Was that Yeah, it was. The very first video we ever made of the stuffed shells and the bruschetta, but was that also the garlic? That's the elephant garlic we made.
Yeah, that was we roasted the elephant garlic. Yeah, we
Yeah.
spread it. Oh man, that dude, I would go for some of that right now, actually.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, this garlic's like cloves were like that big. You roast it, and it's like it comes out so soft. You just spread it on like peanut butter. And wow, that was our first video many, many, many years ago. And I remember we wanted to make that because I remember going to a place in Washington D.C. when I lived there. You might have been there with me, and they served us. We got vegan pizza. Obviously, they didn't have vegan pizza. We just had pizza without any cheese, and we got the elephant garlic with the baguette, and it was called Pizzeria Paradiso or something like that. I
That
wonder if
sounds
it's
familiar.
yeah. I wonder if it's still there.
Oh man, I'm hungry.
I know, me too. Now I want some garlic bread with elephant garlic.
The
It's so
last time
good.
I went live, I was like going to a bunch of different websites and looking at like their food that they offered, and it was making me so hungry. It was ridiculous. It's like pulling it up on the websites. I'm just like, oh my god.
We need
I
to get in the kitchen and just put some cameras up and just go crazy in the kitchen.
I got, you know what? I got a bunch of bananas that need to be used tomorrow. So I'm gonna do. I might do this live actually. I'm just gonna do like a taste test video with a bunch of different recipes for banana bread. Cause like, did we do a banana bread recipe in the cookbook? I know we did zucchini bread.
Yeah, I don't know if we ever did banana bread.
I feel like
Maybe we
that's
should do it.
I feel like that's one that everybody's done before, but
Yeah. Well, that's what I
we'll
thought about
zombify it.
pizza.
That's true. That's true.
I'm like, nobody wants to know how to make pizza. Everybody knows how to make a pizza.
Dude,
27 pizza videos later.
I was so stressed out when we made that video too, because that was when we were trying to find a home for Max. I wasn't even living in that apartment. I was staying with my parents in Bridgeport, and I drove all the way out there. I'm like, dude, Chris, I don't know, man. We'll just throw this together. And you basically showed me how to make the pizza. It was pizza rolls, right? That was the thing we did.
Yeah, pizza
Yeah,
rolls.
yeah.
Oh wow, yeah.
Those
And
were
then
the
I proceeded to on like almost every single cooking demo that we ever did. That's what I made.
Yeah,
The pizza
well, who
rolls.
doesn't? I feel like and I've said this before, but our friendship was founded on pizza rolls.
Pizza rolls, yes.
We were eating pizza rolls when you were telling me about the Darth Maul fight scene at the end of Star
Star.
Wars Episode One, and that's when I knew. I'm like, I feel like I'm
Didn't
gonna
it?
start hanging out with Chris a lot more now.
And then when you actually saw the movie, you were a little bit let down because my story was better than the actual scene.
Yeah, yeah, and you know what though? You know what I used to do? I used to just like because it was VHS days, or I don't think I even had the DVD yet. This is how old school it was. I would just fast forward to that fight scene whenever
Yeah.
I'd be working out in the garage, and that was like my motivation. Like, and I unfortunately liked Darth Maul's moves way better than Obi-Wan's.
Yeah,
So and
but
Qui-Gon's.
yeah, Qui-Gon. Obi-Wan was using hate and rage. Anyway,
True that. But
True.
anyway, yeah, you made pizza rolls. You were telling that story, and you know what's crazy though, Chris? Vegan Rella's not around anymore, but
No.
the pepperoni slices that you used, that company's still around.
Oh, that was Light Life, right? Yeah. Light
Light Life
Life.
is Eve's, right?
Oh yeah, it was Eve's,
Is it's the same? Is that the same company
I
or
think.
no? We could Google it.
I just know it was around forever.
Yeah.
Speaking of things that were around forever, like right now is the holiday season, so they have all these roast out. I mean, when we first went vegan, it was very hard to find even a tofurkey because tofurkey was actually, I think tofurkey came out a year after I went vegan, so it was hard to find those. But I would always get those, and I would always save the boxes. Actually, here's one of the first boxes for tofurkey right here, and it used
Nice.
to come with the tempeh legs, and then the right down here, if you can see, I don't know, it might be too dark, but they're like little wishbone. It was
Oh,
like
I
vegan
remember those.
jerky. And
Yeah.
then throughout the years, you would get like a brownie or different things. And but I've been with tofurkey since they first came out, and it's still one of my favorite roasts. But anyway, they have you go to Wegmans now or whatever store you're near. Hopefully, they have stuff. But I mean, just a whole entire refrigerator full of different like Gardein field roast. They have the very good butchers, which when they first came out, they sent us some. I don't know if you were still doing this with me or not, but they sent stuff a long time ago.
I feel like
Remember that
I feel like I was.
Remember that one company? I don't remember their name, but they sent us. I think it was one of the first videos I decided to be in with you, and I freaking hate it because I'm like I hate being in the camera back then. But it was they had like a vegan Wellington that they sent us, and some other different
Oh,
meats.
yes.
Yeah,
I remember that.
I forget. I don't think they're around
Yeah,
anymore.
I don't
But
I can't remember the company name, but man, those that was fun when people would send us stuff.
yeah, well, they still send me stuff. I still get stuff. I just got what did I just get? I got brownies that were really good by Grayston. Anyway, I'm not gonna like make you all jealous.
Um, I've been kind of wanting to make Miyoko's unturkey this year
Right.
and see how that goes.
Do you know I made one? I made one. I made my own roast a couple years ago.
Did you really?
Two, 3 years ago. Yeah, just like a seitan roast, wrapped it up with a bunch of goodness inside, and I think I put like the string around it with the cheesecloth.
Nice. Cheesecloths.
Right. The uncle of Santa Claus.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. It's sad to think that they make a lot of these products not because people care about the ethics, but because most people can't even digest standard American diet anymore. Well, I think that they saw a market for it. There's a lot of these companies that are making it like that are vegan, like Tofurkey is an all vegan company, Gardein is an all vegan company, Field Roast is an all vegan company, and I know Miyoko is obviously she's like hardcore vegan. But yeah, you're right. There's people making like gluten free and keto and stuff like that. But when companies see the trends in what companies are selling and the trends in what people are eating, that's why I always say like the future is vegan. It's just gonna keep going towards that trend, and rightfully so. It's delicious. It's not like eating cardboard cheese like it was when we first started.
Yeah. I was just talking about like how much things have changed since the late 90s and with veganism. Like Wegmans, I could go in there and get pretty much anything that I was craving. I could just get the vegan version of it right
Yep.
now. In
Yep.
Brockport, like in the middle. Well, Brockport's not really the middle of nowhere, but
Um, Devona said thanks. Last Thanksgiving, they made the stuffed acorn squash.
oh man,
That was one of my favorites. Remember, I think that video was really funny. I think that's one of the first ones that I started using. That back then the new camera, but it was like a T2i. It was like I don't know. It's really old now, but the quality of that video looked pretty good. Pretty good. And we cut open the acorn and then we put it back together and then
Oh
you
yeah.
hit it against your head and open it.
Oh, the glory
I
days.
love that. Yeah, no, Field Roast wasn't bought out by a large Japanese pharma company. That was Daya. Field Roast was bought out by Maple Leaf, which is Canadian. But I'll let you know. I took a picture of the refrigerator full of different roasts. I posted that on my social media, and a lot of people were, saying what their favorite one was, and but you always get some people saying, "Oh, this isn't healthy. It's processed food," and while it's not as healthy as eating all whole foods. Obviously, it's this is like a holiday thing that you eat maybe once or twice a year. And I would also say that if you got to look when people say processed, I think people always get that wrong. Like maybe not wrong, but they when you're thinking of processed food that's really bad for you, you're thinking of stuff that has chemicals in there that you can't pronounce and corn syrup and dyes and I mean that's what I think of when I think the overly processed foods. When I'm thinking of something like this, it's like yeah, it's processed. You take the soy, you take whatever the seitan, whatever, and you're turning the actual whole foods into something else. But it's really got minimal things in there that you would consider bad for you. Um, so I would definitely argue that although it's not as good for you as probably like a steamed cauliflower, it's definitely better for you than actually eating the animal that most people eat in this country. And it's definitely better for the animals. Way healthier for them. What's your favorite roast, by the way?
Um, probably tofurkey. If I had to just like blurt it out
Strawberry.
without thinking about it, like oh tofurkey.
Yep.
Um, I
And the
like
ham. They have the ham too. That's
I
really good.
love the ham actually.
Yep.
I love the old ham. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why I just did that. I'm sorry. But anyway, the ham is great. The tofurkey roast is good. I like the field roast stuff. I know it's a little bit on the salty side, so you just kind of have to
Yeah,
offset
it's too
everything else.
salty for me. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I could just like, Kristen doesn't like it either for the saltiness. I'm a salty guy though, and a sweet one. I'm whatever you
Julie,
want.
thanks for watching. Have a good night. Um, yeah, for some reason that's a little bit too salty for me, the field roast. But I know they have several ones. The one that's wrapped in like the Wellington stuff, I really like that one. Or is that the Gardein? There's one from Trader Joe's. There's so many now. It's just crazy. And Ralph Roberts comes in, never disappoints with the 237. Do you know what that's for, John? The 237, the significance of 237. You
No.
probably don't know. I would guess you don't know.
Do you want me to guess?
Yes.
Okay, what does it have to do with? Does it have to do with the movie?
It does have to do with the movie.
Okay, does it have to do with the hotel room?
Yep.
Does it have to do with the Joker?
No.
Okay, so it's not a movie with Jack Nicholson.
It is a movie with Jack Nicholson.
Okay,
Oh,
so
you were saying
come
Joker,
on,
but-
dude. Come on. You got to keep up.
Okay, come on. Yeah, it's The Shining. Yeah,
Okay.
The Shining.
Okay, wow. Hey, that was pretty good, Chris. You should be proud of me.
I am proud of you. I didn't think
Thank
you'd
you,
know
thank
that,
you,
but
thank
yeah. Thank you for that super chat, Ralph. WYR. What's that mean? Drown in paint or jump into a big pool of lava? Oh, what would you rather do? Drown in paint or jump into a big pool of lava? I'd probably want to jump into a big pool of lava because I don't want to drown, especially in paint. The lava would probably kill you in like a couple seconds. It'd be like, ow, dead. Ow, dead.
Actually, I did hear that if you jump in lava
You
and
immediately burst in flames.
well, if actually you can still survive for like up to 8 minutes, I think it was, because you get coated in this hot coat of lava. So you're like ah! and then you harden. So you're like this, and you're like, I'm gonna die right now.
I'm sure it's less than 8 minutes though.
Let's Google it. I just made that up. Could you imagine though?
Imagine paint though, like you're
Yeah,
breathing
yeah,
in
yeah. I
paint,
would
you're
want to
drowning
be.
in paint.
I would. I would want to.
Thanks, Ralph. Thanks for putting these nice thoughts in our heads.
I'd want the lava. I'm guessing.
The lava,
If
yeah,
you're making
yeah,
me choose,
yeah.
I'll choose
I
it.
mean, that's what happened to Gollum. He didn't.
Yeah, yeah. He burned right up for all we know.
Yep. I'm trying to read some of these. Produce says, I had someone's daughter who mentioned she wanted to go vegan, vegetarian, and her mom said, I don't know about all that. We have to think about it as she's eating a 7-Eleven taquito. Yeah, that's basically the that's what that's what happens. People just don't see it. But yeah, the food that the cheap food that we have available at convenience stores and fast food chains and stuff is it's horrible.
Chris, did you used to go to HK back in the day?
Yeah, I used to get some HK tofu,
Uh-huh. Yep.
the
Yep.
General
Garlic.
Tso's tofu,
Oh, you got
garlic
General.
tofu,
Okay.
General Tso's tofu.
Okay.
Um,
It's funny though. It's like no matter what you got though, it was always the same color. It's like all the same,
yeah,
just different.
you know, like they had horrible reviews for like sanitary reasons, but like you really got me wanting like a pint of that right now. Tofu.
You know what? If I got in the car right now,
You want to meet there for
no, we'll
dinner?
meet you. You grab it and then keep driving west. We'll meet halfway.
Okay, yeah, and we'll meet at Waterloo.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll eat like a half a pint and be like, all right, well, see you later, pal. I'm hungry, man. I kind of want to like
My
drive.
mom's watching on the TV.
Hey,
Hey, mom, what's going on?
Hey, Mama.
Mrs. Cooney.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say Mrs. Coon, Mrs. Cooney.
Yep. She's watching from her TV. Is Dad there too?
Fun.
We got to be on our best behavior because Mom's watching.
Oh, crap.
Uh-oh. And we're on the big screen TV too. She says, "Hey, John, long time no see."
Hey.
I went over to my parents' house the other night and I played chess with my dad. I played 7 games. He loved it. He taught me how to play chess when I was a little kid. Um, and my mom was hungry, so I'm like, "Sure, mom, I'll make you some food." And she loves it when I make her food. So I didn't know what they had. You know, like I looked through the freezer and I'm like, "All right, I can just whip something up." So she had like a bag of like vegan crumbles and like a bunch of veggies. So I peeled up some potatoes. I threw them in like a pan. I'm cooking them. You got to get those potatoes to cook first because they're the longest to cook. So I'm cooking those. I'm cooking them down. I'm going down. I'm playing my dad in chess, and I throw the veggies in. I give it some nice seasoning. It's smelling really good. My mom's like, Chris, is the dinner done yet? I'm really hungry. I'm like, Mom, those potatoes aren't done yet. She's like, okay, just like it just taking forever. And I'm like, I know the potatoes need to cook longer. So I'm playing and she asked me again. I'm like, you know what, Mom? Okay, fine. So I scoop up a big portion for her. I give them to her. I'm like, I also threw some like tomato sauce. She's like, really? Like she gave me that look like you put tomato sauce in there. I'm like, yeah, it was tomato basil. Believe me, it tastes good. It might sound weird. It was one of those times when I was just throwing everything together. I'm like, it's good though. And she's like, so she grabs it. I go back down. I'm playing my dad in chess, and she's eating them. She's like, Chris, these potatoes aren't really that done. I'm like, I tried to tell you that. She's like, well, I don't think you would like it. They're okay for me, but I don't think you would want them like that. And then she's like, I think I do want it. It needs a little bit more. I'm like, Ma, you said you didn't. So I gave her some more sauce, and she loved it. Then we watched Jeopardy. They were telling me how hard Jeopardy was lately. It's impossible to get these questions right. And here I am, like, going row to row, getting everyone right. And I'm like, right. I would have won this game.
You should
And
go
they're
on
like, well,
Jeopardy.
when you're not here, they're not that easy. So I'm like, okay. But I had fun over there. I played my dad in chess, and We had a really good time. He's a little rusty, and we played 7 games, and on the 4th game, he beat me. And as soon as he because I beat him on the first game, on the second game, on the third game, the 4th game, he comes over and boom, he got me in checkmate. And he jumps up and he's like, he looks at my mom. He's like, Kath, here's a camera. Take a picture of us. So he wanted to. I'm sitting here like this, like I wasn't looking. I wasn't protecting my king. And he's over here like, come here, take a picture. I'm like, how come you want to take a picture right when you win the game? You don't want to take a picture any other time. So she made him take a bunch of pictures of us, and I posted it on social media. Anyway, enough of that. What about you? When's the last time you've been to my parents' house?
Oh my gosh.
Long time ago, right?
Yeah. It's been years. It's been years.
My mom says she just watched the lasagna video. Do you remember? I did a video with my mom a couple summers ago because when I was a little kid, she would like make 5 different things and we would recycle that every freaking week. We'd have the same thing. And I just never liked, sorry mom, but she made like tuna noodle casserole. And I hated that. It was like the worst thing. And she would make it all the time and I just hated it. So a couple years ago, I'm like, you know what? Let's go back and make this vegan. And we did, and it was really good vegan. And she helped me make it.
My favorite thing that Mrs. Cooney always made was wacky cake, though.
The wacky cake.
That was always a real treat. Spending the night.
I love that video. Yeah, she actually just made some the other night, I think. Heard talking about that. Yeah. The blood red sky. Oh, is the eclipse tonight? I'm going to like jump up and jump out of here if that's the case. Oh, here's another question, John. When's the last time you've been to my house?
Your house right now that you're in?
Yeah.
Last week.
I know.
Last week, silly.
we made some more improvements on the house. Now we got a hole in the side of the kitchen.
You know what?
I actually talked to Chancey though. He said he was going to come over, but he hasn't come over yet.
It's tough when you have your own business. You're always like running around.
But you'll if that doesn't happen, you'll be able to come out here within the next couple of weeks, right?
Yeah, actually, I'm still planning on trying to come out on Sunday.
Oh, cool. Yeah, because the lights don't work downstairs, and I think I'm afraid to touch them because I don't want to get electrocuted again, like I did that one time.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on a second. Gomez, happy birthday to you. 57 years vegan.
Wow.
The 18th. The 18th. So your birthday's tomorrow. So happy birthday to Gomez.
Mama Cooney said I look tired, and she's right. I need some serious sleep.
Yeah. How long have we been out? We can, we can end this whenever you want. Whenever.
Oh no! As long as people don't mind staring at my sleepy face.
Yeah.
I rented a tractor for the week.
Yeah.
As you know, Janelle just had surgery on her shoulder, so she's like trying to heal up, and it's kind of a really rough recovery. But I rented a track machine, so I'm hanging out with the animals and taking care of them as much as I can. I might as well get all of this stuff done right before wintertime. So I was on the tractor for like, I don't know, 10 hours today.
Wow.
Yeah, dude. I got some cool before and after pictures though. You should see it. The whole horse area is really nice.
You should do some videos. I'm sure people would want to see it.
Oh, cool. I'm going to be making a Patreon video. And I'm going to do some regular videos as well. I have it set up. There's like this like safety bar on the tractor, and I have this little camera holder with my phone, so you can do like a little virtual lap ride with John. Who wants a little tractor lap ride?
Okay, my mom says that my dad said that Friday and Saturday. Wait, the eclipse is Friday and Saturday. I get all my information about the sky, if there's going to be a meteor shower, if there's going to be a full moon. My dad always tells me, he'll call me, hey Chris, the International Space Station's about to go over in a couple more minutes. Look up to the northern sky. And I'll go out there and there it is. He's always on that stuff. And who was it? Somebody asked, Jeanette wants to know how far away we live from each other. We used to live pretty close, but John moved and now we live 2 hours away. What is the weather doing upstate New York right now? It's like a fall day. It's a little chilly. It's not too cold, but it's been raining the last few days, but it hasn't rained today, at least here. And it's 55 and cloudy. So it's not, it kind of got warmer because it was going in the 30s and now it's up to almost 60.
Whew.
Linda says, Chris mentioned getting electrocuted and John laughed. Friendship. Goals. Yep.
It's just I know all my favorite Chris stories, and that's a good one. The first time I ever heard that one, I like it.
Hey, why do you support killing plants? I've always been a serial killer, and I figured that I might as well kill plants because I just love killing. So I might as well kill plants and cereal, as long as it's vegan, because that's the best thing to kill if you're going to kill is plants. Because you don't want to kill animals. That's a horrible thing to do. So I've pretty much always stuck with killing plants because it's just I like it. Maybe I'm maybe I'm sick up there, but I just love killing plants. Super windy and Chittenango. Uh-oh.
Good old Chittenango windstorms.
Yeah, it's 600 years in the making. That's almost as old as me. Hey, Holly, glad you can grab a live stream here. You like eating rare steak? I like this. I like to cook my seitan steaks. I like them to be more well done though, because like once they're out, I don't like it to be rare. So I'll throw it in like my cast iron, put some barbecue or some buffalo sauce on it. It's so good like that. John likes the mushroom steaks. I can't do mushrooms. I'm that vegan that can't do mushrooms. But yeah. Good night, Recycled Wednesdays. Hey, it's Wednesday too, so recycle on Wednesday. See, I recycle on Monday.
I recycle tomorrow. Thursday. Creative.
Thursday, gotcha. And you like the jackfruit? Remember when we tried the durian?
Yeah.
I
liked it. I liked it.
I didn't hate it, but I don't think I liked it. I wouldn't sit there and eat it. I could understand because some people hate it and some people love it. And I was kind of like, they say you either hate it or love it. And I'm like, well, I got to be weird. I'm in between. That was up in Northern California.
Yes, that was a long drive from there to Anaheim. I didn't picture it being that long in my head.
Very long. It was like driving from here to Florida. Not that far, but it was like here to
It was
DC.
it was a 12, yeah, it was like a 12-hour drive, wasn't it? More than that?
Oh yeah, you're right.
14?
Yeah, it was like here to South Carolina or Georgia.
It was a long drive. I was like, holy cow.
How long did it take you? Did you drive to Georgia?
Yeah, I drove to Georgia, but okay, so I wanted to go to vegan treats. I wanted
to hungry.
I'm so hungry. It's all I can think about right now is like whenever I'm not talking, I'm not even listening to you. I'm just thinking about what's in my refrigerator. But it took like 22 hours to get to Georgia. It should have
That's how long it took me to get to Florida.
Yeah, it should have taken 14. But I got stuck in traffic like 3 times, and I worked the whole day at the farm before I left, so we didn't leave for Georgia until like 4 o'clock, I think it was, in the afternoon. We got to Vegan Treats at like 9, and then I pulled over like twice, and I was so tired and I didn't want to fall asleep while I was driving. I haven't done that since high school. Remember when I used to do the paper route. I don't know if you
Yes.
do that. You okay? Because
No, I did. I
you
remember
never
you
went
used to
on
do
the
the
paper route
paper.
with us though,
No,
right?
I never did, but
Okay.
you told me all about it.
Yeah. One time I was with Brian, Tim, Dan, and maybe one other person, but I can't remember. And actually, I think it was both Dan's, Dan Dev and Dan Kerrigan. My dad had this big white creepy van that we would deliver newspapers in. And Tim decided to open up the door. Like we were just about done for the night. He decides to open up the door and jump out the side of the door to see if he can catch up and run as fast as the van's going. He jumps out and his feet hit the ground. He immediately smacks down and hits the pavement. Boom! Smacks his face down, and I had to pull over obviously and stop
I
him.
have a story very similar to that actually, but I just want to say before I say that, I remember being over to your parents' house with you real late at night with a bunch of people when your parents actually got up to get ready to go do the paper route.
What's that? I
And
was thinking about a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
yeah, I know you were. I was saying like I've been to your parents' house when they got up getting ready to go do
Oh
the paper
yeah,
route.
yeah, yeah. Like
Like
whenever we would have end of the year, what was it, New Year's Eve parties? I think it was.
yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah. And then they would get you. We'd have to be quiet, and
then
you
they
would get
would get
up.
up, and then we could be loud until you guys all
Yep,
left. Actually,
yep,
I would go to sleep, and you guys would just be hanging out still, down in the living room or wherever, whatever you did.
yeah.
I'd just be like, all right, guys, I'm going up. I'm going up to bed.
I've got videos of it all, so I'm sure I can find them somewhere.
I
But
wonder
my
if.
story, oh, go
Oh
ahead.
yeah, you go.
Well, I'll remember my story. You just say what you're gonna say while we're still on it.
I was gonna say, did you ever get any video of us cutting holes in the ice and jumping in?
No, I never went out there with you guys.
Okay.
Being, I would, first of all, I hated going in the water, and I wasn't gonna go in the water. I was just thinking that too because I remember you guys would all go out on New Year's Eve, going into New Year's, and at midnight after it turned New Year's, you guys would go out on the frozen lake, cut a hole in it, and all jump in. And didn't you lose your axe in it once? Like my axe fell in there.
Yeah, probably. I
Yeah.
mean, I lost a lot of stuff in that lake.
So my
I almost
story.
drowned in that lake. Yeah, you go. You go.
Oh yeah. I was in Florida. I moved to Florida when I was a teenager, when I was 19, and the first job that I got there, I was waste management. I was a garbage man, and it was crazy. I swear to God, the more manual labor you do for the longer you do, the less you get paid. You know what I'm saying? As I got jobs later in life, I'm like, wow, this job's easier and I'm getting paid more. Like, but anyways, I was a garbage man in Sarasota, Florida, and before I really like realized, like they just throw you in it and they tell you to get on. There's no safety training. This is 25 years ago. They put you on the back of the garbage truck, and basically they're like, I'm like, what do I do? They're like, I'm gonna stop the garbage truck and you put the garbage in there and that's it. I'm like, okay. So every time we'd come to a stop, you'd like jump off and then go and grab. Well, anyways, we get to a new neighborhood. This is one of my first days, and it comes to a stop, and it's early in the morning. People are getting ready to go to school and go to work, and the garbage truck comes. They put the air brake on, and it starts to stop, and I did exactly what Dan did. I jumped off when it was going a little bit too fast, and I jump off and I go boom, 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 and I just fell straight on my face. And I get up like nobody saw me, and I grab the garbage can, and I'm so embarrassed.
There's like
Throw it in
blood
there.
coming out of your cheekbones and your
I
nose.
almost died doing that too, but there's a couple times. So one time in your head when you do this job, and it was like 14, 15-hour shifts. Like I went to work when it was dark. I got home when it was dark. It was the worst job I ever had. And so when you do something repetitively, like over and over, you get used to doing it. So we house to house to house. It would, as soon as they would stop, I would jump off and like just mindlessly like a robot, grab what was ever, throw it in there, get back on there, do it again and again and again, over and over. Well, we come to a stop. I jump off, but we weren't grabbing garbage. He was doing a 3-point turn. So he starts backing up, and I'm about to get ran over by a dump truck, which would absolutely kill me. I guess there was an incident a couple weeks before I got the job where they ran over somebody. And and starts backing up, and I had nowhere to go. Like, it was too wide of a garbage truck, and I'm in the middle, and they're backing up, and I was about to get ran over. I couldn't run to the right. I couldn't run to the left. I jump in the back of the garbage truck. I just jumped into all the garbage so I didn't get ran over. And then so that was one time when I'm like,
That's
that
good. That's
critical
good.
thinking. You got to think on your toes. And
You know
then
what? I'm not above jumping in a bucket of trash if it's going to keep me alive,
it
Chris.
kept me alive. It kept me
I'll
alive.
jump in a
Yeah.
bucket of trash right now for fun. So,
Yeah, I'm sure you would too. I mean, you stepped in Indy's dog poo for fun the other day.
that was more of an accidental.
That wasn't fun. Sorry.
I've had a lot of animal poop on me in the past year or so.
We we went down. I don't know. I'm just reading some of the comments here, but it reminded me. Remember when we went to Buffalo and we went to Dan's house and we recipe tested with him for our cookbook?
Yeah, that was so much fun,
Yeah.
actually.
We made the citrus tofu, the citrus glazed tofu.
Yep.
Super. My stomach keeps growling every time I talk about food here. I know what I'm doing after this.
Yeah, same, actually.
I might even go to Wegmans and grab something.
Oh, see, Wegmans is 20 minutes away from me now. It's not. That's not that. That's not terrible. I'll give you that.
You know what I was saying this the other night, and I can't think of anybody. Okay, so when you say like, just in general, like people people on TV, people they're like, oh, what do you want for dinner tonight? And like, I kind of want to get Mexican, or like I want Italian tonight, or let's get Chinese. I never hear anybody say, ooh, let's get French. Like, what I want French. Like, what are we gonna get for French food? Like, what I'm saying is like I don't know any French restaurants around here.
Yeah.
Like,
You know what? Another one, German.
No, I heard it when I was in California. There was I guess not too many around here, but yeah, a German Hinterhof. I guess they closed down, but it was all vegan German place.
Well, so I feel like if you're in New York City, a French restaurant would be pretty common.
Yeah, you might have a cafe with
Let's
like,
go to Le
croissant.
Fleu.
But I was just thinking, like, nobody says, oh, like, let's get French.
You know what I'm in the mood for, Chris?
French.
French kissing.
What is French? Anyways, I thought of that because I wanted to go to Wegmans and grab a baguette. I had a baguette the other night because they didn't have the other stuff I wanted. So I'm like, I'll get a baguette. And like, I got some Amy's chili. And I used to do this when I lived in New York City like 20 years ago. After school, I would grab that Amy's chili and a baguette from the corner store. And I would like dip it in. Oh my God, it's so good.
Sounds good.
Or take really like about that much of like an end piece of the baguette and then cut it down, open it up, slather it with some veganese and like some lettuce, tomato, onion, tofurkey, and some cheese. Close that up and like, oh my God, it's so good.
I had a tofurkey sandwich today, Chris. That's right.
I didn't, and I'm hungry.
I had a peanut butter and jelly. So okay, I got to the farm at 8:00. And by 9:30, I was already hungry. I'm like, this is not going to go well for me because I only had 2 sandwiches for the day. 10:30, I eat my PBJ. I'm like, all right, I still got a savory lunch. By 12:15, I'm jamming that tofurkey right in. Get in there. I need to make an extra. I ran out of tofurkey though this morning, so and now I don't have any for the week. So
I have a package of tofurkey in my refrigerator right now. That's processed food, guys.
Get it.
Not your average bun head says, do French fries count? Just kidding. Obviously, well, actually they don't because I hear that French fries were originated in Belgium of all places, not even in France.
Pommes frites. Hey, Chris, you know what? Can I just say something about French food? When I was in culinary school, that's all people talked about was like he's classically trained in a French restaurant, and that was like bragging rights.
They make the best vegan chocolate.
They're super like detailed, like every single cut, even in a vegetable, is like exactly dimensional. Like they were super picky with my French knife skills, I guess, if you will, in culinary school. That's all I have to. That's all I have to say about that.
Pumpkin pudding a couple weeks ago, so I might make it again, Kelly says. Pumpkin
All
pudding.
right. Pumpkin pudding.
If it has the flavors in it, like the pumpkin pie, if it's like pumpkin pie, I think that would be really
Oh,
good.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. If I'm eating a pumpkin pie,
So the panda pudding, I don't normally. I used to buy that all the time back in the day when you first said that panda pudding thing. But last a couple days ago, I actually bought some. I don't know if it was the panda pudding, but I bought some. I normally always buy the chocolate pudding, the vegan one, but I bought the vanilla one, and there's really no point in my story. It's just good, and I'm hungry.
do you like the vanilla one?
Yeah, I love it. It's really good.
You know what they don't make a lot of, and it's not often good when I find it, is vegan butterscotch pudding.
They did used to make that,
They
and I
did.
have yeah they did the same company.
Yeah, it was okay.
Yeah, it was never
Butterscotch
my favorite. My favorite thing has always been chocolate and
chocolate.
vanilla.
Yeah, yeah.
Mix them up. We'll do whatever you need to do, but
Hey,
you never
did
had that.
you ever have Mississippi mud?
Oh, what is that? Why does that sound
Dude,
familiar?
my grandma back in the day would make Mississippi mud pie.
It
And
is it like crushed up Oreos kind of or
not
no?
Oreos, graham crackers. Think
Oh,
graham
okay.
crackers. With graham crackers, you got a layer of vanilla pudding, you got a layer of crushed up graham crackers, you got a layer of chocolate pudding, and then maybe I don't remember if she just put like a layer of like whipped cream or something. Holy hell. You cut into that thing. It was the fluffiest thing ever. And let me tell you, just as soft blasting out the other end if you eat too much of it.
You know, we should name this live stream like trying to make who can make each other more hungry.
Oh, Mississippi mud pie, dude. I am gonna make that in honor of my grandma.
Oh my god, you just reminded me of something else that we should do. If you're, we got to make the peach cobbler because of my story when I was little.
Yes.
Should I tell the story? I
Yeah,
think some of you are.
tell the story.
Okay, when I was a little kid,
Tell them.
I was a Cub Scout, and I would go. My parents would send me away to Cub Scout camp for like a week, and I think I did this twice. And this is probably I was probably like 10 or 11. And I went to this Cub Scout camp called Camp Kingsley. I don't know. I don't know exactly where it is. It might be in the Adirondacks. I don't know, but it was in like a forest place. And anyway, so we went there, and you get these tents, and you stay there. I mean, crazy stuff, like whatever. But I remember that the Cub Scout, we were in a lean-to. There was a lean-to, and it was a really rain. It was raining like crazy, and they had this Dutch oven, this like die-cast metal Dutch oven, and they were like, "We're making peach cobbler," and I'm like, I don't know what peach cobbler is, but it sounds good, and they're making it on the fire, and they're like all standing together, and I'm actually in the lean-to in my sleeping bag, all warm and comfortable, and I'm watching them because there was Boy Scouts there too, which they were a little bit older than us, and they were all using their Boy Scout, Cub Scout survival skills, trying to make a brace for the rain with their like ponchos as they're trying to light a fire, and they're trying to get this bonfire made, and they did it. It's pouring rain, and they made this bonfire, and then they put the Dutch oven on this. I'm like, I am getting so hungry for some peach cobbler. This sounds good, and then I fell asleep. And then I woke up and I'm like, oh, peach cobbler must be done. I'm like, peach cobbler. And they're like, oh, it's gone. And I'm like, oh, it sounded so good. I wanted it so badly. And I fell asleep. And I never got peach cobbler. And I had never had it since. And a couple years ago, I think I tried something that was peach cobbler, but not like that. So I want to make peach cobbler with a Dutch oven over a bonfire. So I can like do what I didn't get to do when I was 10. What do you think? Make some peach cobbler?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we'll call it Chris's peach cobbler.
Yeah,
And then at the end,
I
I'll be
should
all
still
ready
eat
to eat
it.
it. And
Yeah.
I'll be like, where is it? You're like, sorry, man, I ate it all.
And but I really do actually eat it all. That's the
Right.
that's the M Night
You share
Shyamalan
it with
twist.
Belle or something,
Yeah. Aw.
and I don't get any again. Like, I never.
Never.
My mom says Adirondacks because she knows she dropped me off there. The other thing that happened there that I might as well tell while I'm telling the stories is we have these tents, and they weren't like, the nice tents that you can buy where you zip it all up. These were just tents that were wide open that you could just flap open, and up in the corner were tons of spiders. So we would have to go look for a tent, and we would look in there for the one with the least amount of spiders. And I remember I shared a tent with my friend Peter, and we finally got a tent, and we went down to what was it called? I forget what it's called, but like the place where you can buy snacks. Somebody probably knows what it's called. We would go down there and we would buy our snacks. And I remember buying, I was only 10, so I wasn't vegan. And I bought like Nestle Crunch Bar, and I bought some Nerds and like everything that, it's kind of stuff my mom didn't buy and have at home. But I had a little bit of money, a few dollars, and I bought those things and I put them in my pillowcase because I didn't want anybody to steal them. They were mine, and like I just put them in my pillowcase. And then I go to sleep. And I wake up, and I look over, and the flashlight's on, and my friend Peter is sitting up staring at me with the most terrified look on his face, just going, and I'm like, what's wrong? He's like, don't move. I'm like, what? And then something like jumps out of the tent, and I look around, and he's like, a raccoon just came on here, and it was on your face, and it took all your snacks out of your pillowcase, and there's footprints all over my pillowcase, and the Nestle Crunch is all torn open, and there's aluminum foil, and the package is everywhere. And he gave me like a little mirror to look at. And when I looked at it, I had footprints all over my face of a raccoon. A raccoon was on my face, and I didn't even wake up. Anyway, the raccoon stole all of my Nestle Crunch, and I was mad. I was like, and we were also scared. And we went to like I don't know. It was just, anyway, that's a true story.
That's hilarious.
The commissary, yes.
Oh my god!
No, it was called like we went to the commissary. I wasn't in prison. Anyway,
there was a raccoon on your face.
Yes.
Nice.
And then from then on in, my friends would call me. Well, I think I was the one that made it up, but then they were all like, "Yeah." I'm like, "You guys might as well call me Chris Raccoony now." Anyway, stupid.
Oh.
I could tell you, like, we could do a whole live stream of everything I remember from Cub Scout camp. But anyways, we don't have time for that. We've been on for almost an hour now, so
we're doing it, Chris.
Yeah,
we're entertaining each other.
We did it. I guess we'll take any last minute questions, and then we'll let you guys go back, and we'll go get some food ourselves.
Hey, I just want to complain about Rochester for 1 second.
So do I. What?
I just feel like there's a lack of breakfast joints out here.
There's a lack of vegan places that are open on Mondays, and if we could make the Monday vegan spot and call it Monday Vegan Spot, everybody would go there on Mondays.
Okay, so what if we contact one of these restaurants that are closed on Monday and be like, let us borrow your restaurant for Monday, and we are going to make diner foods. I'm talking greasy fried deliciousness from
Right.
John and from Chris and John.
From us to your bellies.
From
yeah,
Chron.
Okay, let's do it.
CHRON. That's our name, Chris. That's our business name.
Let's do it.
Chron.
Let's do it.
All right, we're gonna do it. I'm gonna announce it right now.
If you can reach out to some of your local Rochesterians that aren't open on Monday, because I know a lot of them that aren't. Maybe we could do that. We could do that.
Let's do it right now. I just gotta
see you guys.
I gotta feed the animals in the morning, so
you got a fever that he needs to be cured by cowbell. Okay, guys.
Chris Raccoony.
The face hugger. Yeah. No, it was definitely a raccoon on my face. All the footprints were all over. He was all muddy. It was all over my pillowcase. I'm glad I didn't wake up with a raccoon on my face, so I probably would have freaked out and probably scratched me or bit me.
I guarantee you it sniffed your mouth.
Oh, probably. I was probably snoring.
It's like mouth, and it was like feeling around your face. Like,
why did Peter wake up and I didn't?
I don't know. Imagine having sleep paralysis at that moment.
Oh man, yeah, scary stuff. But all right, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you go check out John's new video over on the Vegan Homestead, his own channel.
We teach you how to plant garlic. Well, I teach myself how to plant garlic, and I just video it.
I'll probably have to watch that for when I have to do that.
Yeah,
But
I'll come over.
anyway.
Farmer John will come help you, Chris,
Okay, cool.
and he'll
Sounds
probably
good to me.
break more stuff on his way out.
That's right. Linda just linked the Discord. John just actually joined my Discord,
Hey,
and we're trying to set something up so I can actually go like stream a live thing to him, so he can interact with me in real time. So maybe we can like kind of comment on some of our old videos or something next time. But anyway, have a great night. Watch out for zombies, and we'll see you guys next time.